So are you struggling with keeping an organized home? Well, if that's you, you are not alone. Lovely, isn't it? I like to think of myself as a fairly organized person, but y'all, there are areas of my home that are bad. They're really bad. And this year, my goal is to go through an area of my house or around my house, like my shed or my basement, attic, whatever, and just ruthlessly declutter, organize, and clean one space per month. It might even just be a closet. And I'm gonna take you guys along. I'm gonna be doing an Organize With Me series. So I hope you enjoy that kind of thing. I'm going to be sharing my favorite products and tips for organizing, kind of becoming a minimalist. So I know the whole minimalist thing is kind of a trend, but it is a trend that I am here for. I'm not perfect. You'll see that real shortly. I've been learning some things over the years, but I'm still learning, and I hope that you will join me. And I know that it's not just a one-time thing. You can't just declutter and organize and call it good. I mean, especially if you have kids, they are going to walk through there and just uproot everything you just did. It is an ongoing thing, but I feel like if you have a system in place and a routine, that can really, really help. And I'm going to be talking more about routines in another video. But for now, let me show you the room I'm working on. But before I show you the room, I wanted to tell you that this video is in collaboration with my friend Valerie. She's my social media friend. I've never met her. I would love to someday. She's a Mennonite YouTuber just like I am. She's a newlywed. I'm still going to call her newlywed. She's been married for like, I think over a year. And she's just a really pretty girl. She's so sweet. And I think that you're really going to enjoy her content. She does lots of thrift shopping. I would love to go thrift shopping with her, by the way, someday. And she decorates her house. She has really good taste. And she shares the same love for cooking and baking that I do, which is like nada. So definitely go check it out and just show her some love. I think that you're really, really going to enjoy her content. And here we go. So, this is gonna be fun. Camera gear, stuff from a painting project we did next door. Oh, AC unit that we just pulled out, extra bed for when we had guests. There's the headboard that used to be in the guest room, extra stuff that I did not buy, stuff from a video that we just filmed. I have my fingers in every single portion of the video. More camera gear, books, guitar. Oh my goodness, there's just so much stuff in here that needs to just leave. This I really do love. I got this on Facebook Market. It was not even expensive and it was brand new from Hobby Lobby. I thought maybe I'd put it in the living room, but then I'm like, maybe I'll put it up here. I don't know. So, okay, here's more. There's more! Of course there's more. This is where I keep my vitamins, medicine, stuff like that. Photo books up there. Oh, this could use so much help. Sewing stuff, which is a joke because I don't sew. Like stuff for my yard sale. More stuff for the yard sale. A desk you can hardly even see. So yeah, I'm gonna get started. So starting a project like this can just look like so much work. So the first thing I do before any project, whether it's just cleaning out my pantry, whatever it is I get 3 big boxes out, and I have one for giving, one for selling, and one for trash. I highly recommend you donate, have everything, just donate as much as you can, because going through and selling all these little things is so much work when you could just be blessing the socks out of somebody that could really benefit from it, whether it's like Cam or hey, if you live close to Myerstown, there is a thrift store that all the proceeds go to a really good Christian school, so you can drop your things off there. Getting rid of this stuff is the best feeling. Then you don't have to deal with all the little, you don't have to, it's not near as much work. Just if you just drop things off, you don't have to price things and whatever. Don't just give them junk, like definitely just throw the stuff away if it's not even if it's worthless. But you could even do like a pregnancy center. There's, if you have like extra baby stuff or Pampers, whatever, it can just go to something really, really good, and then you can like relieve some of the guilt of like, oh, I bought this and I never used it. For me, especially if I know that it's going to a really good place, like that really helps eliminate some of the guilt. Or even if somebody gave you something and you're like, I just don't love it, you know what, they got a blessing by just giving it to you. You know that you appreciate it and everything, and if somebody else can really benefit from it, just give it to them, pass it along. But if you are going to have like a yard sale or something, and you know you're going to have a yard sale in the future, don't just like put your stuff in another storage room like this one was. Mark things really carefully, store them away really, really nicely. Maybe even price them ahead of time if you're planning on selling all your stuff. This room particularly, a lot of this stuff actually was given to me or just left here, and so I didn't buy all this stuff, but regardless, it's still my problem now, and I have to like go through everything. And I just want to like, basically I wasn't even being able to use this room anymore because it just became a storage room and it's supposed to be an office. So I definitely am excited. I'm gonna roll up my sleeves, get to work. Another area to go through is, and just get rid of a bunch of stuff, is your old technology. We have 5 or 6 phones just sitting here. They don't work. Get rid of them. Like, I have to get rid of them. Either I'm gonna recycle them or try to sell them if they still work, which I don't, obviously they don't, because otherwise we'd still be using it. I have an old laptop. I have an old printer, a printer that doesn't work. All this stuff is just sitting and collecting dust in our drawers. Going through all of that today, and I definitely recommend you do the same thing sometime and just go through the office and just get rid of any old thing. I am gonna keep my first camera because I love photography. Oh no, wait, my first camera got stolen. I'm gonna keep my second camera. No, my second one also got stolen. my third camera. It's not even funny, I'm low-key almost crying. Anyway, my third camera, I do enjoy old camera. I love to look at the cameras over time, so that's something I enjoy. So I'm not completely cold-hearted. I do think you should keep a couple things that are sentimental to you, but don't keep everything. There's just no reason to have all this old tech in your house. It's just junk, you know? Get rid of it. And it's so daunting for me to go through. It's so daunting for me to go through, but it's so necessary because it's just taking up space. And I'm gonna keep saying this, taking up space, taking up space. Get rid of the things that do not bring you any value anymore. Woo, feels so good to get that out of my house, and there's more where that came from. I made myself a little reminder and I stuck it in my car, so hopefully this will stop me from keeping this up in the back of my car and bouncing it around for months before I donate it. And y'all, check out all the bags of trash. I mean, these are huge bags. And just so much trash I got in this room. It's just crazy. It's just paper clutter, empty boxes, empty containers that were broken. It is just crazy the amount of junk you can have. So my biggest tip, probably, I keep saying my biggest tip and then I change it up all the time. Anyways, but is to measure before you buy containers, and don't just blindly go to Walmart and oh, I want this container, this container. No, definitely measure before you buy containers or totes or anything for storing, because look, this is too narrow. I can't even fit 3 in here sideways, and so I'm wasting the space. I can just buy smaller containers like this, which I will do. That fits in here yet, but I don't have anything that goes in here. So these containers are $1 a piece at Target, and so I highly recommend these. And then definitely measure before you organize, because you can just save so much space. There's just empty space, empty space, empty space. Oh, I'm so glad I'm a container hoarder, because I have this little spot in my attic that I have just tons of containers, all kinds of containers and baskets and totes and everything. And I'm glad I'm that person, because right now Walmart and Target have no options. It is just bare. The shelves are completely bare with organizing stuff. I don't know if everybody and their uncle is having their New Year's resolutions be organized or what, because it's just bare. And it might have been that way the whole way through COVID, I don't know. But I'm kind of glad in this moment that I'm a container hoarder. And I wanted to show you just for a second how I organize my medicine cabinet. Anyway, so what I do is I put everything in little baggies. I organize it by need. The first thing that comes to my mind is gas. So gas pain. One for sleep, one for urine infections. So I have little baggies for each thing, and I mark on it UTIs. So that way, if I'm suddenly super sick in the middle of the night, I can be like, Troy! He's like, what? I can be like, can you get me something for my stomach? And then he can just run and get this bag, instantly find all he needs for stomach pain. Right here. So that's just a really handy little tip. So I just got this little label maker. Oh, I've wanted one for so long. It's the best thing I ever bought for myself. I'm having so much fun. I am labeling everything. Wall, myself. No, seriously, I'm labeling all of my boxes. I do not know why I didn't have one of these before. They're a little expensive for how simple they are. Oh, I'm so glad I got one. It's just so fun. I'm really hoping that this helps both Troy and I just to put our things away right away. I'm decent at that rule, except for in this room. I'm having way too much fun with this little thing. So my biggest tip for having an organized home, clearly not followed in this room, but in other parts of my home it's fairly decently followed, is to just the one touch rule. Basically, it takes just as much work to put it away. When you come in the door, Like it takes just as much work to put your coat away right away as it is to just sling it across a chair and then having to do it later. So save yourself steps and teach your kids and your husband and yourself to put your things away right away. And I'm hoping that by labeling everything helps everybody to know exactly where things go. And here's how this space looks now. It just looks so much better. There's a lot of empty space. I have my photo books up there. I have a place for my gifts with lots of empty space beside it. I have my medical things here. I have a place for cards and photos and a specific box for travel items that I only use when I travel. Diffusers, that kind of thing. And I decided to keep my sewing stuff because, well, I got rid of some of the things, but I really have to learn how to sew. And this wire rack here I had from before and I love it. I think it's so pretty. So I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna use this for papers that need to be worked on like ASAP, like bills that need to be paid. Like I went paperless with most of my bills, but every once in a while there's like something that really needs attention, and so I'm gonna stick that in there. You take pictures of small children, you'll realize, you'll understand why I have that. I have my camera backpacks here, Troy and I's camera backpacks, some backdrops, and yeah, that's it. I just think it looks so much better. I told Troy this is my favorite video I've made so far because it's like I love organizing and decluttering. My brain just loves it. Like I love it. Even though it's like kind of horrifying and like how bad I let this room get, I was like looking forward to this project because I love organizing. This is what my desk looks like inside the drawers, and I'm just gonna see if I can make this look a little better. And this is how it looks now. Look at the difference. Just getting rid of things that you do not need. It's such a good feeling. Yeah. I have my stuff I use for mailing packages in here. I have my label maker, my labels, my scales. It's just lots of room. Here I got rid of my entire file cabinet. I had a big file cabinet, so bulky, barely anything in it. And I was able to put everything in this container. I found this at Target, by the way, if you're looking for one. Oh, you have to buy your own thingamajiggies. But it's perfect for our family. Our family isn't very big, obviously. But when I do need to buy more, I can just buy another one and tuck it in here. And then there's containers that are marked for stuff that I actually do need to keep. Cords, GoPro stuff, whatever. It's just so nice. And I have all this room versus just this big jungle of a mess. It's such a fun feeling. So much space. I need to clean this one out yet, but it's completely empty. And I have a couple drawers like this that are just completely empty. Oh, I love that feeling. I wanted to show you what else I picked up. I got these at TJ Maxx. They are very classy, sturdy. I love the wooden lids. They're a little more pricey. I think I got two of these for like $12, and then this big one was like $12 all by itself. And then this one's actually empty, but I know I'm gonna need it in the future, and so I just bought an extra one. It's completely empty, and I need to label them yet. And I love when the label maker prints out black. I think it's so pretty. I got these at Target, 2 for $1, I think. Anyway, so for a few of these things, I just kept, like, I don't want a lid on the things that I use often, and that's what I do throughout my entire house. Like, I do not want lids on things that I use frequently, like almost every day. So, yeah. And don't you just love the label maker printed in black? That's so pretty! And I think this bookshelf here is gonna go in my guest room. It's just a tiny little bookshelf, and I really don't even need it in here. So I'm gonna be putting a few books on this dresser, like some of my favorite books in my office, but like this I'm gonna put in my guest room. So this used to store all my camera gear. I used to put my lens, cameras, everything in this little container, but I am moving this thing out. And so I never like put my camera in a backpack or something because I like to have it very accessible, and my lenses, because this way helps me remember to pick up my camera and actually take pictures versus just whipping up my phone. If your camera is very, very accessible, you're likely to take more pictures. And here is the after. I'm not able to breathe better in here, seriously. Have some of my favorite books displayed. And this I got at TJ Maxx a couple years ago. Candle. I did not really buy decorations for this shelf. Just to use what I had. Some of my photo books displayed. Picture of Troy and I. This plant I had for a couple years. One of my favorite books. If you don't have it, you should get it. Just my camera gear. This I did buy, these storage containers I did buy, and I am so glad I did. I love them. In a future video, I'm going to be just decorating this room just a little bit more, maybe adding a rug. I think a chair would look nice in there, maybe a couple pictures. So just keep on the lookout for that video. Hey, so if you like this video, make sure you let me know, comment down below, like, and for sure go check out Valerie's channel, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya, bye!